Hi, it's Dwyer, Gambler's Advisory. Let's talk about structuring the bet on this weekend's big fight, the Juan Manuel Marquez versus Floyd Mayweather Jr. fight. Right now, the odds are terrible. Mayweather, who we've picked to win the fight, has gone from being a minus 330 to minus 350 all the way up to where he currently is, which is a minus 500. In other words, you're going to have to bet $500 to win $100 on this fight. I've been asked how I would split out the bet. As I discuss in my book, you always want to consider the prop bets to try to increase your rate of return. In particular, I've been asked by several people how they can increase their rate of return on Saturday night. First, the best way to increase your rate of return is to bet on the most likely fight Saturday night, and that's not this one. Even though the odds are bigger on this one, I believe the most lopsided matchup on that card is actually Chris John over Rocky Juarez. I believe Chris John has a much better chance of winning that fight than either Mayweather or Marquez, and you get better odds taking Chris John to do so. Chris John right now is about a minus 350, which is considerably better than the minus 500 you're going to get by taking Floyd Mayweather. Now, one word of advice. If you are, as many people are, taking Floyd to win by knockout, then my recommendation to you is that you self insure. And the way I would do that, quite frankly, is rather than just throw money at the plus 170, which are the odds you get if Floyd were to win this fight by knockout. What I would instead do is I would, in addition to throw money at the plus 170, I would also throw money, insurance money, because you're not going to profit off this money. I would also throw money on the prop that says the insurance prop, if you truly believe in a knockout, the insurance prop that the fight goes the distance. For that, you get 20 over 21 odds, roughly. In other words, you would get back 95% of your money. So if you're one of these gamblers who's inclined to take Floyd by knockout, rather than roll the dice, see Floyd jump out to a lead and then coast, like Roy Jones has done in many of his fights. In fact, like Floyd has done in some of his earlier fights. What I would prefer for you to do is to take $100, put 48 of the 100 on Floyd by knockout at the plus 170, bet 100 to get 170 back, right? Bet 50 to get back 85, right? Here I'm urging you to put 48 of the 100 on Floyd by knockout and put the other 52, and this 52 is for insurance. Put the 52 on Floyd by decision. Let me tell you why. If Floyd doesn't get the knockout, let's say you're wrong, Floyd doesn't get the knockout and the fight goes to a decision, you get back 95% of the 52. You get back $49.40. So you're actually covered. You lose no money for the 48 that you have placed on Floyd to win by knockout. In other words, you're insured. This is perfect insurance if Floyd wins the fight. Of course, if Floyd wins by knockout, then you actually make the profit that you're after. You would get back 1.7 times the 48. You would get back $81.60 minus the $52 that you bet on Floyd to win by decision. So you would actually profit $29.60 for every 100. In other words, rather than just settle for $20 back for every 100 that you bet under the standard minus 500 odds, If you take Floyd to win by knockout and straddle it with insurance on Floyd to win by decision under the current prop odds, you would actually get roughly an extra 9.5% return if Floyd is able to dominate the fight and win by knockout as you're hoping he will. Okay? For yours truly, I would hedge the risk even further. Because there is a chance that Floyd coasts and wins this fight by decision, although I do feel that the most likely outcome is probably Floyd by knockout. But again, I'd rather be prudent than reckless. I would break it out further and I would put another $100. This is gambling. I would put another $100 on Floyd to simply win the fight. That $100, if Floyd wins the fight, would net me 20. The other $100, if Floyd wins the fight by knockout, and I've split the other $100 to straddle it with 52 on Floyd by decision and 48 on Floyd by knockout. If Floyd wins by knockout, then I actually pocket another 29.60. So off that $200, I would end up with $49.60 in profit. If Floyd wins by decision, then I still win the 20 on the 100 that I've bet for Floyd to simply win the fight, and I don't lose any money because I'm self-insured on the other 100. So I'm able to leave the casino with a $20 profit off the 200. So you can scale up as you need to for sophisticated gamblers, those who are very certain that Floyd is going to win by knockout, but they want some insurance. You can fool around and juggle the numbers even more so you're not paying for 100% insurance. As in real life, you can pay for different levels of insurance, 80%, 60%, 50%, whatever risk level that you feel comfortable with. Now, if I've just lost half my audience, if everyone's confused, I would encourage you, especially if Floyd wins and you're watching this video after the fight, I would encourage you to think about downloading my book. It's for $12.99 at Gamblers Advisory. It's also available uh, in Amazon's Kindle store at Amazon.com. Just look up gamblersadvisory.com on Amazon and it'll pull up the information. Just remember, structuring the bet is everything. You don't want to be the guy who believes that Floyd is going to win this fight by knockout, throws all of his money on that prop, only to have Floyd coast to an easy decision and then lose it all. You want to break out the bet so that if, in fact, your plan A doesn't work but plan B works, you're able to leave the casino with your shirt on and at least some profit in your pocket. So as you're going for the brass ring, don't pass up the copper one along the way. Um, Personally, I like the Chris John fight a little bit better. I also feel that any serious gambler in betting on the Marquez fight needs to have some money on Floyd to win and needs to have at least a small share on Floyd to win by knockout. What you will see in the first round is that Floyd is not only the bigger fighter, he's not only the younger fighter, but he's also the fighter who hits harder, and he's the fighter with more hand speed. Good luck, protect yourself at all times, and of course, visit us at gamblersadvisory.com. Enjoy the fight.